Hi everyone, I'm Jeanille Bonterre and I'm at the Landing St. Lucia. This luxury beachfront resort offers an exclusive Caribbean lifestyle experience. It's also within sight of the historic Pigeon Island, the main venue for the annual St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. In this episode, we're going to gain local perspective on this international event. So let's go stage side at Pigeon Island with St. Lucian jazz maestro Boo Hinkson. Now, Boo, last season we caught up with you at your home and you shared some insights with us about St. Lucia Jazz Festival and what makes the local St. Lucian music community so powerful that you can bring forth this event every year. Tell us about the 21st St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival this year.
Well, as you know, we've rebranded the festival. It's now the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. And I think what this has done, it has afforded us the opportunity to infuse anything that is indigenous to St. Lucia in our music. And what that does, it helps us to preserve what is indigenous to us, and I think that is important. But quite apart from that, because it has been rebranded as the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, what the festival has done for the music, it will eventually do it for every other discipline of the arts. Because now the designers want to come on board, because this is the biggest showcase. This is when we have the most visitors in the country. So the opportunities are limitless for the arts in St. Lucia. And I think the tourist board and the government must really be commended for having come up with the idea of rebranding it to the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.
Now, for artists in St. Lucia, this is a very big deal because they get to put their work on display, not just the musical artists, but the visual artists.
Exactly.
Give us some info about the visual artist scene here in St. Lucia. It seems to be very vibrant.
It is very vibrant. From what I have seen since the rebranding and since the festival, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. This is going to do. Let me tell you what. We recently, a survey was done. And it was discovered that the arts contributed 8% of the GDP. I can say without fear of contradiction that within another 5 years it's going to soar, and that the government will pay more attention to the cultural industry because the impact this is going to have is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And particularly because of the fact that it is driven by young people, and I think anything that is driven by young people needs to be supported. So I think this is an opportunity to occupy a lot of young people, because look at the music. Most of the music comes out of the Caribbean that is done well, produced by young people. And not only young people, it's not produced by young people who come from the upper stratum of the society. It's grassroots young people. And they're the ones who I expect to drive this whole thing. And I'm ready. It will augur very, very well for the future of the arts in St. Lucia.
Now, speaking of the arts in St. Lucia, one thing I love about the Jazz and Arts Festival is the way you bring Caribbean people together. You had Etienne Charles on stage with you, a phenomenal Trinidadian jazz musician. David Ruther brought down the house as well. You have so many other Tito Puente Jr. representing that Latin Caribbean vibe. How would you say St. Lucia is taking the Caribbean forward with this Jazz and Arts Festival representing Caribbean musicians?
Well, I think it's a great platform for the Caribbean musician. We've had Arturo tapping in so many times, and St. Lucians love Arturo, and I
love Arturo.
I can see from the launching, the open, St. Lucians have embraced ATM totally. I've known ATM for a little while because we do the Lincoln Center together, and now that he's come to do the festival, St. Lucians love him and they love his music, and so it's a great way to bring us together as Caribbean artists. There's a chemistry that happens when all of us get together on a big thing like this. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, it is important that if we're spending the money of Caribbean people, that Caribbean artists get a fair share of it.
Yeah.
I think it is vital, because what happens is that the money stays here. I don't resent any artists who come from outside of the Caribbean, but I think it's important that the Caribbean artists who qualify to be there, they must be there.
Absolutely, and by attending these events, we are investing in our Caribbean talent, in our young people, and in the future of the sustainability of our region.
Precisely.
Absolutely.
I couldn't have said it better.
I couldn't have played it better on stage like you did, Boo. All right, the survey says St. Lucia Jazz and Arts is it. It's where you need to be every May. So book your ticket from now. You can go online. Check out Boo. Keep watching Island Exclusive, and we'll bring you so much more right here from Pigeon Island at the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.
Listen, make sure you watch Island Exclusive. I am Ronald Boo Hicks.
Says Boo. Coming up on Island Exclusive. This episode of Island Exclusive is brought to you by the St. Lucia Tourist Board.